Hey everyone, welcome. Pat Mitchell here with Tricktrades, and today I have something I want to share with you. It's something we don't see very often at all. It's something that happened the other day. We're going to discuss what happens in trading when a market leader halts. So you see halts all the time on penny stocks. And you see a few services out there, they like to trade in and around a halt. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, before I go any further, if you are trading into or in and around or out of a halt, you are a fucking idiot. Plain and simple, period, end of story, end of discussion. The amount of volume and the amount of emotion that comes out when you come into a halt or out of a halt is an incredible amount of emotion. Now, especially if you're a new trader, stay away, guys. Don't do it. Like, I know these guys make it look really appealing when they're making gains like that, and it's real quick because of the volatility. And you'll hear people say, oh, volatility is your friend as a trader. Yeah, I get it, but not in or around a halt. You guys need to really cut that shit out, and I really don't want to see any of you doing that. If you really want to do this for a consistent long-term career, you avoid stuff like that. Okay, you need to be more risk adverse, and you need to understand that things happen in the stock market that will take you out immediately. If you had a fat finger at the wrong time, right coming out of a halt, and it went in the wrong direction, your account's gone, guys. It's gone. All right, and there's no phoning the broker and saying, oh, but I didn't mean to, right? No. They really don't give a shit. They might offer you free commissions for a couple of trades on your next account. Like, that would be about it. And even if that's a joke, by the way, because they probably wouldn't even do that. So with that said, we're going to talk about Boeing, BA. So Boeing has had some real bad issues lately with their 737 Maxes. And it came out almost, man, it's been a while. So it came out that there was a software issue. And in this day and age when software needs to line up with your hardware and there's an issue, especially when you are 30 to 40,000 feet up in the air, there's a fucking issue. So there's been plane crashes and everything else. And Boeing really hasn't seemed to been able to recover. So the writing's been on the wall, and I'll just level with you guys, like, for full transparency. I actually missed this thought that they were going to get rid of. And although I said it before, like that, the funny thing is, I've said this in chat, and I've said it on social media, that Boeing's going to end up scrapping these 737s. Like, there's no consumer trust anymore. Like, people have lost all confidence in the 737 Maxes. But like I said, I missed this idea, and it's one of those things. Just a little caveat, a little side note here on this free video lesson is, you know, guys, you're going to miss moves, and you're gonna have momentary lapses in judgment that it's gonna bother you. And it doesn't matter how many years you've been doing this. I've been doing this for 7, almost 8 years now, you know, approaching a decade. And I still, from time to time, when I miss something like that, it fucking bothers me. It really bothers me, because the writing was on the wall, man, right? Anyways, there's still going to be, but that's just the thing. There's always another opportunity, always, right? So at Tricktrades, we watched this move come down. Actually, there were some members, there were about 2 or 3 members, because we trade Boeing from time to time. They were trading it, and they were short because there was a clear short signal in the morning. And I always tell them, leave on a few contracts or a few shares to see what happens. And sure enough, they were involved on this, and they got out before the halt, and they completely cleaned up, especially the ones in options. This is a massive a percentage gain on options. So don't let anyone ever tell you that you can't make good percentage gains with market leaders. So back more so to about halts. So be a halted on news pending. Now, there's quite a few different volatility halts. There is LUDP, which is a volatility halt. That's really hard to do on market leading stocks that are hundreds of dollars a share. Like, that's really hard to do. On bullshit penny stocks that you guys shouldn't be trading anyways because they're just trash, that happens all the time, and you're gonna end up getting smoked on them. But news pending, a T1, those T1 halts, they're scary because you never know what's on the other side. There's a lot of instant speculation, and speculation is what drives the markets, right? So you have a lot of speculation, you have a lot of emotion, and let's just go to the charts and we'll take a look at it. So Boeing here. So you can see in the morning, very traditional, and first I'll go to the daily chart here, starts a downtrend. The writing's been on the wall for a while that this is not good. It is clearly downtrending. Very, very nice trend, very clean trend. Again, that's why I love market leading stocks. And as it was approaching this very key support, let me mark that level here for you guys. Let me just quickly show you. Okay, so this is the support level, give or take, a few pennies. And that's where it fell apart now, didn't it? But this here, let me get zoomed back in. So we had a very traditional pop and drop on a downtrend. You'll see a run up in the morning, come into a level of support and then fail. Right there, you have an intraday level. There's probably a daily level there too if I were to scroll back on the daily. And then it fell apart and it got halted. And this is a wild move. So when you scroll back, it doesn't look overly big. Like, it looks like any other, let's say for those of you coming from Pennyland, it looks like any other, just panic sell. But it's not though. I mean, from, let's say there down to lows, you're looking at almost 5%. Now some of you are like, oh yeah, 5%. Nah, man, 5% on a $325 stock, man. That's a big move. That works out and equates to $15 a share. 15 points can make you a fortune, guys. On the equity, that's huge. Even off of a small position size of 100 shares, that's $1,500 clear and free, guys, for like a few minutes worth of work. Like, don't let people tell you that you can't make money with high price stocks, guys, because you can. And there's options. This options move, this is hundreds of percent. So if you put in $100 and you made 100%, you'd make $100. If you made 500%, $500. Do the math, guys. Off of $100, that's $100. That's incredible. That's nuts. Those are life-changing results. And what did it do? See, these are my thoughts. Let's get down to it. These are the thoughts on this. Now, I'm going to share something with you guys, and I really want you to listen. This right here, if you remember this, and you do this, and you apply this, it is going to not only keep you safe in the market, but it will make you money. As I've been saying for years, the stock market is bizarro world, folks. It is bizarro world. When the whole world's betting short, buy. When the whole world's going long, short. If you remember to always do the opposite, I promise you'll be safe. Now, what I'm getting at is out of the halt, the direction of travel. Now, I'm not telling you to play the halt freshly out of the halt. You look for an opportunity afterwards, okay? So on this, the whole world's betting that this is, oh man, they're gonna scrap, and that's writing on the wall that they are gonna scrap these. It ends up they're just gonna put them on hold, and sure enough, everyone's thinking it's gonna come way down. It's not bounced, okay? This bounced. Now, yes, I know that sounds a lot of hindsight nonsense, but I'm telling you guys, if you remember to, for the most part, bet against what the majority is doing, you're going to do very well. To be the true contrarian are the ones that do well. Now, I'm not talking about being a contrarian in the sense of how people just love to throw around that term. They're a contrarian thinker, but they're still buying breakouts. No, not like that. Just think differently. Don't be afraid to carve your own path. Don't be afraid to try things that the majority of people will laugh you out of the room. Guys, you got to remember, the ones that originally got laughed out of the room are the ones with massive success now. The world is full of 90%er thinkers, okay? They're full of them. Obviously, it's the bigger number, right? The 90% is the 90%, and the 90% is big. But the 10% will gravitate towards other 10%ers, and when people like that get together, big things happen. Big things. So, I really just wanted to point this out for you guys and show you that, yes, market-leading stocks can halt, and they're generally on news. And when it happens, there's big moves. So guys, please, if you want to become a real trader trading real stocks, come to tricktrades.com and let's get this done. Let me show you how to capture moves like this, guys, because it can be done. Till the next time, adios.